My name is Zvi Aharoni. It was Argentina, 1960. I had been looking for Ricardo Clement for a long time. The first clue came from a blind man named Lothar Hermann, who claimed to know the address where Clement lived with his family. I met with him, and after speaking with him, I took out an Argentine banknote and cut it in half. I gave one half to Hermann and kept the other half. I said if anyone came to him asking about any of the things we had discussed, they needed to produce the other half of the banknote. Otherwise, don't trust them. I went to the address in Buenos Aires, which the blind man had claimed was the residence of Ricardo Clement and his family. It turned out to be a shabby little house in a rundown neighborhood, and I thought to myself, there's no way Ricardo Clement would live in a place like this. I had to start thinking that perhaps Ricardo Clement was not the man I was looking for after all. To make matters worse, I found out the family had just moved 3 weeks previously. But then something happened that told me I was on the right trail. When I went to inquire about the forwarding address left by the family, I was told the family explicitly left no forwarding address. Who doesn't leave a forwarding address unless they don't want to be found? I followed the trail further into the dusty outskirts of Buenos Aires to a literal no man's land where there weren't even official property lines on record. There I found a tiny house with no electricity and no running water. I was convinced Ricardo Clement lived there. What was it going to be like when I finally saw him? On April 27th, I left my car about a mile from the house and walked to a railway embankment about 100 yards from the area. At 7:40 p.m., the 203 bus from San Fernando pulled up a couple blocks from the house and a single passenger got off. It was Ricardo Clement. Tonight, tell your family you love them. Hug your kids. Hug your spouse. You see, I don't have much family left. Almost all of them were killed. Only me, my brother, and my mother survived. We were on the last train out of Germany. The Third Reich had taken away all the property of the Jews, expelled them from public life, and forced them to immigrate. We knew where it was all headed. Adolf Hitler had galvanized the hatred of the whole nation. His henchman, Heinrich Himmler, devoted his life to wiping out all the Jews, calling it a page of glory in our history. Reinhard Heydrich, who they called the man with the iron heart, organized the first killing squads. Then at the Wannsee Conference, he formalized the plans to expand the murders on a massive scale. Joseph Goebbels constantly fueled the fire with propaganda. There was even a foremost authority on the Jews in the Third Reich, Adolf Eichmann, who engineered the whole system of extermination, transporting millions to the killing centers.